She told me none of her other clients' hair be looking the way my hair be looking. And I was like, oh, okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaya. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video today. Obviously, you can see this is going to be a hair content vid, and if you are not new to this channel and y'all been watching for a while, y'all love my hair content. I have not posted a lock video in I don't know how long, but y'all be running it up. So thank y'all out there. That is such the millennial way to do a heart. How y'all Gen Zs do hearts now? I'll do something like this. What y'all do? I don't know, I'm throwing up gang signs at this point. But I'm definitely happy that you guys have been hanging around. I have a bunch of content for you. And I didn't want to post that content without filming this video first and really going in order and telling you guys the journey of where I was, where I am now, and where I want to go moving forward. As you can see, I have in these cute lock nut bobs. This is a style that I also have on my channel. I posted a while ago. If you want to go look at that, I'll link it up here in the cards for you. But this is the style. Let me know if you guys like it, or if you want me to give you an updated video on how I do this style, or if you want to see how I style this hair. I'm going to be going through some pros and some cons of one, when I had the Loctician, what were the pros and the cons, and then now that I don't have Loctician, what are the pros and the cons. But overall, this is a very positive video. I hope nobody gets offended. I'm gonna start by saying I love my old Loctician. She has taken care of me from day one. This is not to bash her. This is just to tell y'all where I am now in my 30 years of age in my life and how I want to love all my hair and love myself. All right, I can ramble, so let me go ahead and get started with a little bit of backstory of where I started. So if you don't know, I've been locked since May of 2020, so over a year and a half at this, or sorry, over 3.5 years at this point, and I have DIY Microlocs. So just a quick background, I started my hair in probably like the end of April or early March of 2020. Simply, I didn't want to wash my hair no more. And if we was going to be inside, I wasn't washing my hair, period. Like, I wasn't washing my hair. So I was like, let me go ahead and lock it up because I've been thinking about it for a long time. So I finally go ahead and put it in my first set of locks. There was no structure, no grid, no nothing, y'all. I was freestyling and vibing, okay? Those were trash because I was also working out heavy. Sweat, moisture was causing so much slippage and my hair didn't last. Fast forward 2 months later, I got my first permanent set of Microlocs installed by one of my friends, and at that point those were my locks. However, I was still working out. I didn't know anything about braiding or banding, none of that. I know none of that. So my hair was slipping in the back side or the back half of my head. Combine the slippage with the perimeter of my hair being more fragile, the texture is looser. The locks weren't staying in. So when I found my Loctician in probably, I think it was July or early August of 2020, I went to her. As I grew, there were just different choices that I wanted to make with my hair that sometimes you don't align with hairstylists or someone who's caring for your hair. So I went to that first appointment back in like July or August of 2020. And basically the back side of my hair was slipped out so much, she didn't want to lock it for me. She basically told me that it was too much slippage and that she could only service the front side of my hair, but it was still gonna cost the entire cost of my service. At the time, I was about to go get baptized and I really wanted my hair done, so I wasn't really tripping about the back side of my hair, but I knew I needed my hair done. From August of 2020, y'all, I've been knowing how to do my hair. I went home and I locked the back side of my hair. I paid, at that point, I think, I don't know, $130 or $140, and she did only the front half of my head. And then moving forward from there, I started going to her regularly, every 6 weeks. My rotation style is every 6 weeks. So number one, I work out a lot. I was working out at that point 5 to 6 times a week and I sweated a lot. So in order for my hair to stay in, I had to braid it down to make sure that my fine Microlocs that were freshly retied were staying in. Now 2 years in, you would think that you would have some type of structure to your locks, but my hair is so fine that they weren't really holding all the way, but they were just starting to combine. So I was like, okay, not that bad. But it was a pain because every time I felt like I went to my appointment, it was kind of as if she was shocked to see my hair in the condition that it was in. And it wasn't all over the place. It was consistently in the, maybe the first 3 to 4 rows in the back of my head. I would say where my hair was the softest. Number 2, I wanted to color my hair, but I don't feel like if I would have colored my hair, the texture of my hair after coloring it would have been something that she would have preferred to work with, because I felt like she made it seem, and I saw her hair, like she has beautiful hair, but she also had color on her sister locks, and her hair like kind of broke off from the chemicals. So she was kind of advising me against it, but these were decisions that I wanted to make. And at the time, they were smart decisions and good advice, don't get me wrong. But I'm 3.5 years locked, going into my 4th year locked at this point, and I should be able to color my hair if I want to. But because of the mentality that I had back then, it was kind of like, should I color, should I not color? So that was a little bit of a freeing moment. Now, I have no problem with paying anybody what they're worth, but the price increase that I had with her, it wasn't significant enough for me to be upset about, because I was paying for convenience and I was definitely happy about it. I just felt that at a point in my Microloc journey, even up until recently before I stopped going to her at the end of August because I just moved to Houston, I was still touching up the back of my hair before I was going to my appointments, because I wanted to make sure that we can get through my appointment within 4 hours without having to pay extra going over the allotted time. Make sure I wasn't upsetting her about the condition of my hair, because when I tell you guys, I wear low manipulation hairstyles. I don't do much. My hair is usually hanging down. Right now I have in this protective style. I have some full Microlocs twisted around my locks to make like these barrel twists. But outside of that, it was like, you know, I don't do much to my hair, and my hair was still slipping in the same spots. So it's starting to frustrate me that she was getting frustrated about my hair. And at one point in my journey, she made the comment that none of her other clients' hairs behaved the same way as mine, although they also worked out as much as I did. So I don't know if her other clients had different hair textures, you know, or if they did something different. I did the silk bonnet, silk pillowcase, braided and band every time I washed my hair. So I'm not sure. So that also kind of triggered me a little bit, because it made it seem like I was just a number and I didn't have any individuality. I remember I went to the Bahamas one time and I got these long box braids, or full locks, I put on my hair. And when I came back, I didn't know that it was gonna make my hair slip. She didn't educate me on that. So when I came back, it was, you could feel the tension. You know, she never really said anything verbatim because she's not a confrontational person, but you could feel the tension as she was doing my hair in the air. And I feel like when you go to your services, it should be somewhere where you feel comfortable. Like you should be able to talk with your stylist, kiki, chop it up. You know, you don't want to be feeling like the vibe is off, especially because I pay for your service and then I also tip very well. So every service, I've never not tipped her. And if I've probably one time because I was just low on money that day, but I've always tipped very well. So if we wrap up the fact that I didn't feel like I didn't have individuality to do what I wanted to do with my own hair, I felt like I wasn't, you know, unique enough of a person while I was getting my hair done. Add on to the fact that I just moved to Texas, and most people, they don't like taking other person's work. Like I'm very well established and my locks are very mature at this point. I reached out to about 6 people to see if I can transfer over to them to get my Microlocs, you know, established by them ongoing before I moved to Texas. They all said they're either not taking transfers or I would have to wait a couple months. And at that point, I'm like, why? I know how to do my hair. I've been touching up my hair and I've done my entire head before. So why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me go ahead and save some money. I want to make sure I can do what I want to do with my hair when I want to do it. If I want to put a protective style in my hair, I want to put a protective style in my hair. I want to be able to color my hair if I want to color my hair. I want to claim my hair back to myself. I feel like sometimes when people have hairstylists, their hair belongs to their hairstylist. Like, oh, I'm going to such and such, they only touch my hair. I don't do nothing to my hair in the meantime. It got to that point that I wasn't doing anything to my hair outside of shampooing my hair because I wasn't being educated on what other things I could do. I was just getting my hair done. So it came to a point, like I used to braid and brand real tight. and she would hate it. And I would put my rubber bands on the end of my hair to make sure there was absolutely no slippage. But this is probably like after 2 years, 2.5 years in, and she's like, why are you still braiding and banding? Well, you never told me I could stop. And she's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you could stop now. Like, there's no need, your hair's mature. Like, that's only to make sure you don't have any slippage. Like, stop doing that. I was like, all right, bet. The first time I went to go free wash my hair, horrible, absolutely horrible. Some slipped out in the back, and I was like, no. So that's why it's important to know your hair type. And because I knew my hair, I felt like I needed to make different decisions for my hair moving forward, and I didn't want someone else telling me how I could or could not care or handle my hair. I think everyone's starting to claim back their ownership and individuality of their hair, and I love seeing it because I feel like people get so wrapped up in their stylists and pleasing their stylists when their stylists are supposed to be giving them a service and actually caring about their hair, that they lose themselves in their hair care journey. So since I left my stylist in August, I have successfully retied my hair twice. So here are the pros and cons of having a loctician or a stylist do your hair. Pro, obviously speed. I don't know about y'all out there who do your own Microlocs at home. You know, you fully established it and you also retie and maintain your hair. I don't know how long it's taking y'all to do y'all hair, but I am sticking to my 6-week schedule. I'm thinking now to moving up to either a 4 or a 5-week schedule. My hair gets really frizzy even after 2 weeks, and that's when I was going to my loctician. So I think in order to speed up the time that it takes me to do my hair, I'm gonna move my retie schedule up from 6 weeks to 4 weeks, only because my hair is pretty grown about at the 4 to 5 week mark, and it's pretty frizzy at that point. Another pro is that it was convenient and I didn't have to do it. I saved time. Just about it. Another pro is I just didn't have to be bothered with it. You know, if I wanted to make sure I had my hair done before I had to go somewhere, I knew that in 4 hours I could get my hair done and I was out. Some of the cons, obviously, number one is time. It takes me way longer to do my locks now or to get my hair done completely. The first retie, y'all, it took 3 weeks. I was doing my hair for 3 weeks. By that time, the front and the back, they were on different schedules. I was just like, nah, I need to find a better method. I need to either increase the time that or decrease the time that I'm going in between reties, or find another way to get faster at it. So that's con number one. Now the pros to being able to do your own Microlocs, I would say, is one, the free range to do with your hair, whether that's sister locks or Microlocs. You have the free range to do whatever it is you want. Now the pro of being able to do your own Microlocs without having a stylist, obviously you have free range to do whatever you want, whether that's put a curler on it, a flat on it, you want flexi rod, you want to put a protective style on it, you want to color it, you want to bleach it, you want to do whatever you want to your hair. It's your hair, so you have free range to do that. There's no fear behind, ooh, am I gonna mess up my hair and by the time I go to my stylist I'm gonna be in trouble? No, there's none of that. Number two, I'm saving money. I'm saving about $165 a month every 6 weeks. I'm just gonna round it down to a month, okay? I'm saving about $165 every 6 weeks on getting my hair done. I now do it myself. Number three, I'm learning and educating myself on hair care, and I'm taking better care of my hair now, because before I would just shampoo my hair. Now I notice as I'm going through my hair and I have to touch it to retie it, oh, my hair's a little drier back here. Before I didn't have to care about that because my loctician, she was the one playing in my head. And overall, I just love my hair. I love seeing it through its phases from 3 years ago to today. Like, it's my hair and I want to claim back my hair. I have natural hair in form of DIY Microlocs, and I'm proud of that. So at the end of the day, although I've lost some things and also appreciated some things on my journey with my loctician before, I am thoroughly happy with the decision that I've made and where I am today. I hope I don't offend none of y'all. I'm just telling the truth. I haven't done an update on my Microlocs in a long time, so I'm 43 months locked at this point. Who's gonna keep counting months like that? Like, you don't care anymore. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions, leave them down below. Please give me a thumbs up, share this video with anybody. Subscribe, of course. I would love to have you guys come back. I feel like I'm a cool person, so y'all can come chill with me, and I hope to see you again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Before we drift in it deep.